Good evening, everyone. Next Generation Weather Forecaster Joe Shock here. Taking a look here at the last 7 days, the temperatures around the globe for the month of January. And I want to show you here that in the United States, we have the largest area of below normal temperatures regarding coverage. And between here and, I don't know, I guess over here in Asia, or some part of Asia, there's a very, very small speck of, looks like slightly cooler, if not about maybe the same deviation from normal, up around a minus 13C over here. But you can see, globally, the largest area of below normal temperatures relative to average was over the eastern part of the United States for the first week. Was a brutally, brutally cold week in the eastern United States, again, global. But you could see a lot more warm than cool relative to normal around the globe. So it looks like we're off to a record start for what is going to be a very warm year ahead. Now, this is going to turn around for people in the eastern part of the United States, so hold on. It really started today, hit 34 in Boston, I think 39 in Providence, so it warmed up today. Here's the next 5 days forecast from the CFS. You can see much of the country here warmer than normal, so that is going to flip around. Here we are, days 5 through 10. The cold will come back. There actually may be an ice storm. We'll have to watch this upcoming weekend here in the Northeast. The European model coming in with a pretty significant ice storm, with the low coming up and the cold coming back in. Very interesting situation this upcoming weekend, so we'll have to take a look at that a little bit more closely later in the week. Then days of 10 and 15, you can see more warm air coming back into the picture, and then 15 to 20 look like this. So it looks like January will be finishing warmer than normal here across the eastern part of the United States, where it was so cold the last 2 to 3 weeks. Here is the GFS ensemble, day 0 through 5, 5 through 10, 10 to 15. Now, let's take a look here at the teleconnections and the responses that you get that are leading to these forecasts from the various forecast climate, if you will, temperature forecast models here. Now, here is the 12Z run of the GFS ensemble. This is the Arctic Oscillation, the AO. You can see here, I took the mean. The map that I have, I'm going to show you next, is the mean of these forecast members, and the mean is indicated by these green squares going across, so you can see the Arctic Oscillation is forecasted to be over the next 2 weeks, really for the remainder almost of the month, to be slightly negative. And when you have a negative AO in the month of January, this is what you see. Widespread cool, but there's other factors that are be coming into play here, so it's just not the negative AO. And again, there's many members that are, above, positive AO, and the control is really, if you will, neutral, if not slightly positive for the longer term. But there's what the mean of a negative AO gives you in January. Here is the North Atlantic Oscillation. You can see here where its mean forecast is almost essentially neutral. This is what it looks like in January. Here is the Pacific, North American, because we do have the North Atlantic in here too. The Pacific, North American, the PNA forecast, you can see where we are now, positive, becoming negative with the cool shot that will be coming in, then coming up and then going back down. I believe this one I put all three in to show you the various responses. Yeah, I put in all three, so let me go back here. Here's the PNA. Here's what it looks like in January, and I think this is negative. Let me see here if I can zoom in. Yeah, that is, yep. Here is what it looks like when it's positive, so you can see the cold and the warm here. And then you can see here, now we move on to the EPO. You can see what the EPO looks like when it is positive here, and then the forecast for negative, then more positive. So here I think I also put on a couple of maps here. Here's what it looks like when it is positive, neutral, and negative. Negative is a lot of cold. Neutral is cold, centered in the Midwest, and that's going to happen in the middle of the month. And positive is where we are now. You can see again all the warmth that's coming into the eastern part of the United States. So those are the three phases of the EPO. Here is the West Pacific Oscillation, again positive now, then becoming closer to neutral towards the longer term. Here's what that gives you in the month of January, again warm over eastern part of the United States. So we'll see how this works out. We have a very, very interesting situation on our hands. All these teleconnections, and we have the La Nina that's weakening to some degrees. So we'll see how this works out. But overall, I think January will see the coolest of the coolest weather. Plains, west, and above average, plains, east. And then in the plains, there's going to be, again, a fight in the middle. So we'll see, how that works out. But overall, I think I have the right ideas for the month of January. That's it for now, and thank you for watching.